Clapperboard: The Spirit of the Dragon, How Bruce Lee Became the Face of Strength and Wisdom. Intro. Background music, soft oriental flute rising into a cinematic beat. Narrator. He was more than a fighter. More than a movie star. He was a symbol of strength, wisdom, and unshakable will. Bruce Lee wasn't just a man who could break boards, he was a man who broke barriers. In a time when the world saw limits, he saw possibilities. In a world filled with fear, he showed courage. In a world obsessed with power, he taught balance. This is the story of the Spirit of the Dragon. The story of how Bruce Lee became the face of strength and wisdom for generations across the world. Chapter 1: The Beginning of the Dragon. Narrator. Bruce Lee was born on November 27, 1940, in San Francisco, California, during the Year of the Dragon. His birth itself was symbolic, a future legend born under the sign of power and destiny. He was raised in Hong Kong, surrounded by the vibrant energy of a city that mixed Eastern tradition with Western influence. His father, Li Hui-chen, was a well-known opera performer, and young Bruce grew up watching the stage, learning expression, rhythm, and discipline. But beneath the charm of childhood fame, Bruce's world was far from easy. He was small, quick-tempered, and often got into street fights. Hong Kong's narrow alleys became his first training ground. Narrator. At just 13, Bruce met a man who would change his life, Master Yip Man, the great Wing Chun teacher. Under Yip Man, Bruce discovered more than martial arts. He discovered focus, humility, and the power of the mind. Yip Man taught him that true strength doesn't come from the fists, it comes from understanding yourself. Bruce took this lesson to heart. It was the seed of wisdom that would later bloom into the philosophy of Jeet Kune Do. Chapter 2: The Struggle of Identity. Narrator. As Bruce grew older, so did his desire to prove himself. He wasn't content with just being good, he wanted to be the best. But the streets of Hong Kong were unforgiving. Gang fights and rivalries became dangerous, and Bruce's parents feared for his safety. At 18, they made a bold decision: they sent him back to America, the land where he was born, to start a new life. Bruce arrived in Seattle with $100 in his pocket and a dream in his heart. He worked as a dishwasher, studied philosophy at the University of Washington, and began teaching martial arts to support himself. But what he taught wasn't just combat, it was philosophy through movement. He said, martial arts is not about fighting, it's about building character. His students didn't just learn to punch, they learned to live. They learned that the strongest weapon is the mind, and that the body follows where the spirit leads. Like and subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching my video.